Welcome to Memorial Stadium and the sea of red in the heartland of Lincoln, Nebraska. An uncommon place and home to an uncommon program with a championship pedigree. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day, as we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Iowa Hawkeyes, taking on the 10th-ranked team in the land, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Will put toe to leather to crank us up. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. So Nebraska's offense will have plenty of work to do after that return was bottled up. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred, because it's a rivalry game, but keep your emotions in check and making sure I'm controlling what I can control.
Not much of a decision to make there. The defense will move him back. Second down coming up. They're going back to the ground. Nice move to stay on his feet. Danced his way through traffic. Pick up a 4 to the 19. So third and short from inside the 20. You convert here, and this drive takes on a different complexion. From the gun, wants to pass. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. The Huskers will punt it away on fourth down. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. So Iowa's offense has its first opportunity of the day. This matchup on the outside, Jesse, a big play weapon for the offense, a shutdown corner for the D.
They say big-time players make big plays in big games, so who gets the best of this matchup? That's going to determine the game.
I mean, such a fun chess match. How much are they on each other during the game? The head-to-head matchup that everybody wants to see.
Complete to the right. Hit the afterburners, kid. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Fans are bringing the noise on first and goal. They want to throw it. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
It's just a tremendous effort on defense, understanding the situation, right? Offense has the ball in a goal-to-go situation. Someone's got to win and go get the quarterback, and the defense came up big.
Now second and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. He's looking to throw. He makes a grab. And the defense drags him down. You can't hear yourself think on third and goal. Defense way too anxious there, and they just hand them a first down with a penalty. Penalty is on the D. I guess the good news is it didn't lose much ground. There's not much left. Wants to throw for it on third and goal. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. He's at the 40. At the 20. Touchdown, Nebraska! Not content to get the fumble, they scored with the fumble.
And I love the way they break on the football, swarm to the football. This is why you do it, because sometimes the ball comes out, the linebacker picks it up, and tell you what, the big fella shows some speed, takes it all the way back for 6.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. And the returner will be dragged down. Iowa has the ball back on offense. Fires to the big fella. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Now the defense will try to rise up on 3rd and short from the 21. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, the inside give. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back. Just can't lose focus like that. You got to know the snap count. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass, as it just never developed. And the Hawkeyes will call on their punt team. First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. First down here for the offense. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Snags it over the middle. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise continuing to get louder and louder, haven't met expectations. And this is the business we live in college sports, when you get paid a lot of money to do a job and you don't perform.
Listen, at the end of the day in college football, it's results-oriented. They've lost football games this year, and so all signs right now pointing to them potentially making that change before next season. If they're going to stay competitive and they're going to field the best team and program possible heading into next year, then it looks as though a change is inevitable here.
They're going to run it to the right. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete. And the Huskers decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Off the play fake on first down. Extending the play. Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down.
Yeah, how about this defense, man? That's the third sack of the day. They've been putting pressure, getting him on the ground. Not something they've been good at throughout this season. This defense playing better because they're getting more pressure on the quarterback.
A first down sack can be a drive killer. Now it's 2nd and 13. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Now they'll run the draw, and they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Nebraska is on top. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Pressure coming. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
And giving up 3 sacks a week ago. Now you've already given up 4 sacks. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback. Give him a little bit more time.
The Hawkeyes will punt this one away. That last howitzer was nice. How about another one just like it? On the move, it's Brown. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
Oh, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. He got a little antsy at the line of scrimmage, and they'll move him back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Gets it out fast. Oh, there might have been trouble if they hadn't knocked him down so quickly. How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? Trying to pick it up on the ground. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. The Cornhuskers send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. And they'll get downfield and make the tackle right at the 16-yard line. Here comes the offense on 1st down. Wide out in motion. Power football with the run. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. They'll run play action. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
And the defense able to get pressure to the quarterback, and they've got everybody trying to swipe at the football, and the impact on the hit sometimes jars the ball loose. Great job with the pass rush, and a better job forcing a turnover.
And they will open this drive right on the doorstep with a 1st and goal. He wants to throw it. Scrambling away. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And you try to catch him off balance, maybe on 1st down and goal right here, a situation where maybe you sneak in a pass. Defense was ready, got the sack. Now you got to be a little bit more creative now that you got the negative play. The offense, I know you've worked this all week. You got to get ready to execute in the red zone.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. They get him down after a 4-yard gain to the 6. They love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. They'll play it safe and try for 3. And it's right down the boulevard. And that lead grows even bigger.
Give the defense a ton of credit in this sudden change situation. Their offense just coughed it up. And this defense comes out, and they go 3 and out and force a field goal. That's a win if you're on defense.
So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. On the move from inside his 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Iowa has the ball back on offense. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close, David.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now, and you score so quickly. It's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You keep being aggressive.
And the Hawkeyes are in the hurry-up.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the 1st down marker was. I got to go get that 1st down. Did a nice job of it.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. He's got his man. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got the back in the middle. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the 1st down before he's dragged to the ground. The Hawkeyes look to keep this drive humming. Fires to the big fella. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Kept it on the ground on 1st down. Let's see what they do on 2nd. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the 1st down. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Hit as he throws. Finds his big tight end. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. After the short completion, let's see if they go back to the air. Pocket starts to collapse. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this 3rd down play. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Goodness gracious, this is a master class, a clinic on how to get to the quarterback. The 7th sack of the game, are you kidding me? That's a season for some teams. They've lived in the backfield.
And the Hawkeyes will line up to punt it away. Making sure there's no return on that one as the punt sails out of bounds. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Going up top on 1st down. Got a man, it's Montgomery. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the 1st down on the throw and catch. He's looking to throw it. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. 1st half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, what an environment there today. All the animosity and flat-out hatred that comes with a good old-fashioned rivalry game on display in that 1st half. And it's been said football is a game of inches, and guess what? Based on the comparison between third down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen and panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going, and something can start to build.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Running it back, it's Brown. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. The give to the back. Shows him the stiff arm.
I think one of the hardest things to do is stick to the run when it's not working. But it's those runs right there that are the reason why you have to do it, right? You can't get too one-dimensional. Keep slipping those runs in there. Keep getting a little bit of positive yards. Next thing you know, you look up and you might break one of those after you got them a little bit tired.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. From the gun, the running back has it. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. Defense a little too eager. That's an encroachment penalty, 5 yards for the offense. Brown has it. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down. The Huskers have their offense in high gear. Comes out throwing on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Touchdown, Husker! Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Iowa has the ball back on offense. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Got it in the middle. It's Verrier. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
They get him down after he makes the catch. And now on 2nd down for this offense. The play action fake. Right down the middle. It's caught downfield. Is that stiff arm even a human arm? It looks like some type of steel bludgeoning device on his way to a first down.
If they're going to sit back in zone, I'm going to make sure I know exactly what they're doing, find those holes, find those crossing patterns, and take advantage of that zone coverage.
And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end. Wide receiver coming across in motion. He's looking for a man on second down. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even when things are collapsing and you've got guys swiping at it, you've got to have two hands on the football. Didn't do a really good job of ball security there, and that led to the fumble.
The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They'll give it to the back. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. So the early contact for the defense, and they'll move it up 5 yards. They think there's room to run to the right here. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Line getting set on second down. Trying play action. Got the back over the middle. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. And the Huskers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He finds his man. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. And on second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Slings it downfield. And they took a shot on that one but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete. They couldn't connect on second down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. He makes the grab. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. They've already put one field goal on the board. This one will need to be well struck from 44 yards out. Just drives it between the uprights. And that will extend their lead even further.
You want to talk about leg talent? That kid just made that kick 40-plus yards into the wind. That's incredible.
That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Dumps it to the back. Grabbed in the middle. It's Cummings. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. Now the play fake. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
What a fantastic play there from the linebacker position. When you think about guys like Trev Alberts, Levante David, some of the Nebraska greats playing the linebacker spot, those guys were able to run. And because of that, they could get to the quarterback when blitzing. This guy with his speed is a guy that they need to deploy time and time again, getting after the quarterback. He's got some wheels.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Hawkeyes line up to punt it away. Gets it away, good distance, but more importantly, just the direction he wanted. Line gets set, 1st down. Handoff from the gun. Runs through the tackle. And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. Looking for a productive play on first down. A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. After trying the running game, let's see if they do it again on second down. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon. Defense had them backed up, and then they're in the neutral zone, and the offense will say thank you very much. On the move. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the back. Tackled at the 31. They'll give him 6 on the play. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Trying to impose their will with the run. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. They're facing a 3rd down.
False start on offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The back goes in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Fakes his man out. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Leaves it with the running back. Pulls his way forward. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. The Cornhuskers will try to pin them back with the punt. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Offense getting set for first down. Looking to move it through the air. Works the middle of the field. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
False start on offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. This offense has a 2nd down play. Unloads it left. He makes the catch. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. He'll come out throwing on first down. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
This quarterback has been under duress all game long. He's one of the best in the country, and he's used to having his way. He's the one who's used to dictating to opposing defenses, but that has not been the case in this game. Here we are late. He's still under pressure, taking a sack there.
They'll try to put it in drive this time on 2nd down from the 22. He's looking to throw. Catch in the middle. It's Cummings. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Fires into traffic, intercepted. And after making the interception, he takes it inside the 40.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. 4th quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
The offense lining up for a first down play. They'll leave it with him. Makes one man miss. He's now up to 77 yards on the ground, and he is well within striking distance of a 1,200-yard rushing season. Looking to throw on second down. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. Fights his way ahead. They get him down after a pickup of 3. They'll mark it at the 12. Operating in the red zone here on second down. He's looking to throw. Zings it complete to the right. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. He'll throw on 3rd down. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. A dangerous cover man and a dangerous return man after the pick as he gets it all the way to the 44-yard line.
The most frustrating thing I see in football is when teams give up and they quit and they wave the white flag. It drives me nuts. You're on the field. Your job is to stop them. It doesn't matter what the scoreboard is. It doesn't matter how much time is left. Keep fighting. Keep grinding. You never know what can happen. Maybe you get hot. Maybe you make an all-time comeback.
Iowa has the ball back on offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. Fires the pass. Intercepted. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's pass, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats and get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35. It's 3rd down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. The give, and tick, 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 tick. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. The deficit is large, hope is fainting, but they'll try to finish strong.
Made a lot of mistakes in this game, and that's why it looks like they're going to take the L. Lots of things to improve on, lots of things to coach upon, and at this point, I think if you're a head coach, David, you're just trying to see which of your guys aren't quitting late in the game.
Yeah, which is a real thing, by the way. Who's going to compete to the final whistle? What do we talk about all the time? Coaches are always preaching to these guys. Don't worry about the scoreboard. Just compete as hard as you can. So, good opportunity to try to finish this game with something positive.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Cummings. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. Now on 2nd down. They keep attacking through the air. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. looking to throw for it. They're bringing heat. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Takes it the other way. He steps out of bounds, but not only does he get the ball back, what a return to set up his offense.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much, late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a huge win.
Yeah, and you started, you circled it, you were ready for this team. This is the rivalry you put a lot of stock in all offseason. You're talking about this game in particular. You go out and get the dub. It's a relief because you definitely wanted this team.
And it's bragging rights for everybody, for the coaching staff, for the fans, but how about for the players as well? For another 365 days, you can talk about how you went out, you dominated, and you beat your rival. A lot of these guys are going to go on to the NFL. They'll be in locker rooms next year. They'll be talking about this for a long time.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.